Timilehin's life was once a song of grace, a melody of hope, with a voice that could stir souls. He sang in churches, led worship, and stood alongside great ministers of the gospel. Congregations wept at the sound of his voice, believing he was destined for greatness. But dreams, no matter how bright, can be swallowed by darkness when the weight of the world becomes unbearable. As the applause faded and the reality of life set in, Timilehin found himself struggling. Poverty clawed at his faith, hunger became his bitter companion, and the voices of encouragement were drowned by whispers of despair. It started with small compromises, missing church rehearsals, hanging around the wrong crowd, ignoring the warnings of those who loved him, and then the unthinkable happened. He crossed a line he never imagined he would. One fateful night, Timilehin met a young woman, Sarah. She was kind-hearted, trusting, and drawn to his once golden voice. He lured her into his home, masking his sinister intentions with words of affection. Her laughter echoed through the wind, unaware that death lurked in the shadows. In an instant, everything changed. The glint of a knife, a muffled scream, blood staining the floor. He stabbed her once, twice, until the light faded from her eyes. Her throat was slit, silencing her forever. And then, in a monstrous act of cruelty, he dismembered her body, packing her remains into nylon bags. The plan was simple, or so he thought. A buyer awaited, a deal was set, and the darkness that had consumed him promised a reward. But fate had other plans. On a quiet Sunday morning in Abuja, as worshippers thronged to churches to lift their voices in praise, Timilehin walked the streets carrying death in a bag. He was calm, or at least he tried to be, but sweat trickled down his brow. His hands trembled ever so slightly. The scent of blood clung to him like an unshakable curse. Then came the moment. A patrol officer, suspicious of his uneasy gait, called out to him. Timilehin froze. The world seemed to slow as the officer approached, eyeing the bag he clutched so tightly. One glance inside, and the street erupted into chaos. Screams filled the air. Bystanders recoiled in horror. The officer drew his gun, and within moments, Timilehin was on the ground, hands shackled, his cries drowned out by the weight of his crime. Now, he sits in a cold prison cell, his once promising life reduced to headlines of horror. The boy with the golden voice, now the man awaiting trial for a crime too gruesome to comprehend. He had sought an escape from suffering, but found himself trapped in a nightmare of his own making. Timilehin's story is a cautionary tale, a chilling reminder that crime is never the answer. No hardship justifies bloodshed. No desperation warrants destruction. Life's storms may rage, but there is always another path. A path of patience, of perseverance, of faith. One brick at a time, success is built, but one wrong turn can lead to ruin. Let his fall be a warning. The price of crime is never worth the cost.